Hello and welcome to video 2 of the Asylum series. In this video, I will explain how to organize the Asylum application package. Completing the application. Form I-589 must be filed within 1 year after the arrival in the United States. Form I-589 includes the spouse and children under 21 years old. Withholding of removal. The applicant can also apply for withholding of removal under INA Section 241b(3) of the Convention Against Torture. If asylum is not granted, the applicant may be eligible for withholding of removal, which is an additional protection. It is good practice to mark the withholding of removal box at the top of Form I-589. See the form's instructions for more details. Tips: when completing the application, make sure to use the current edition of Form I-589. Fill out every section of the application. If a question does not apply or the answer is unknown, write "not applicable," "none," or "unknown." Enter all answers in English language. Remember to provide an English translation of all the documents and evidence provided with the application. Make sure to include the alien number if one has been assigned. Sign and date the application using black ink. Make sure to keep a copy of every document submitted as part of the asylum application. There is no fee for filing this application. Use the useful USCIS filing instructions tool available on the link you see on the screen. Note that if it is determined that the applicant knowingly made a frivolous application for asylum, a permanent bar is applied that makes the applicant ineligible to receive immigration benefits in the future. INA 208d(6). Required documents. Original Form I-589. Original completed and signed G-28, if applicable. Original of all supplementary sheets and affidavits. Copy of marriage certificate and children's birth certificates, if applicable. Copy of all passports, travel documents, and I-94 entry records of principal applicant and family members. Evidence. Reasonably available corroborative evidence showing the general conditions in the country from which the applicant seeks asylum. Affidavit with specific facts on which the applicant relies to support the claim. Clearly describe any experiences or the experiences of family members who had similar harm. If evidence supporting the claim is not reasonably available at the time of filing the application and will be available later, explain why the evidence is not available in Supplement B or additional sheets of paper. For example, a health professional may write a report explaining the difficulty the applicant has to discuss the harm in the application. Examples of supporting evidence: copy of newspaper articles or periodicals, affidavits of witness or experts, medical records, doctor's statement and/or psychological records, photographs of the harm, official documents describing the persecution, personal statements, testimony from witnesses or experts. Complete Part B and Part C of the application carefully, since these sections provide the basis for the asylum claim and the adjudicating officer will decide based on the answers provided. Eligibility is determined on a case-by-case basis through an interview with a specially trained USCIS officer. The interview is non-adversarial and structured to obtain information about the claim. Officers examine all relevant evidence and testimony to determine if the applicant meets the definition of a refugee/asylee, is not firmly resettled in a third country, and is otherwise admissible to the U.S. under the law. Officers will consider the conditions in the country of origin and evaluate the individual's credibility. They will also confirm that security background checks are analyzed before approval. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to www.lawallys.com. New courses available.